Etapa 2 do Mountain Bike Cross Country Olímpico, XCO, da Elite Masculina. Direto de Araxá, Minas Gerais, no dia 12 de abril de 2025. Pedaladas intensas, ultrapassagens emocionantes e muita adrenalina em um dos circuitos mais desafiadores da temporada. Se liga nessa disputa de gigantes sobre duas rodas. É MTB no seu mais alto nível.
The lights turn green and they are off and racing in Araxá. And it's Christopher Blevins in the red jersey of Specialized Factory Racing who leads them away off the line. Everybody off the line cleanly compared to last week, Ollie. Blevins leads them.
Badari as well, good start, just coming up the outside. Lukawashi just a bit far back with Riley.
Blevins, you can see the red number 1 behind him though, and that belongs to his teammate Victor Koretsky, and the rest of the pro pack will be wary of letting these two out front. Carter Woods on the left-hand side, best Larest, Nino Schurter, not for the first time this weekend, alongside him in the black and white of Scott Schramm MTB Racing. We only have to go back 6 days where these front two Specialized riders rode off in the distance. Badari was the rear gunner.
The danger we had last week is exactly the same. The gap they had here last week, those front two, wasn't, we looked at it in the pre-show and analysed it, it wasn't very big. But what happened was they hit the start-finish and then the gap went. Everyone looked at each other and the front two were able to work together. And at the moment, there's a really good chance of a repeat of that.
This is going to be a battle of attrition. The war is waging, and it's Specialized Factory Racing out front. This time it's Badari who leads them across the line. Look who's working harder, Christopher Blevins. That Whoop Live graphic. Blevins in the red zone, zone 5. Blevins, Colombo, Schwartzbauer, Koretsky, Badari. Pace at the front of this one, extremely high.
Interesting to see if, like I say, we've got this strength and depth from Specialized, whether they're just happy just to keep up a really tight tempo or actually start playing, they're not sacrificing a rider, but letting someone do a hard lap and forcing some other guys to go.
Well, we're seeing Badari sitting further back in the pack now in 8th. Boischi's up in 3rd, so they do seem to be rotating around. Maybe a bit of an internal team time trial effort. Henrik, what's your read on it? What do you reckon?
Still very close together, but if you have 4 men in the leading group, you can put like 2 guys in the front just to control the race, to respond the moves and the attacks.
Specialized Factory Racing all of a sudden with 3 riders on the front though. Blevins, Koretsky and Boischi. Badari's in 5th at the minute, so we're seeing the pace wound on by Blevins now. Is this going to be the move?
Just see out that corner, the way he didn't just roll, he actually accelerated attack, just looked behind him, just seeing what damage he'd done.
Yeah, making sure there's plenty of red behind him. And here we go as Christopher Blevins stretches his back, looks round, Victor Koretsky rolls past him.
And these guys have got to drive it.
It's time to go.
Time to go. 100%. They have to commit.
They've got Avendetto in the mix. Badari, the last member of the team, is just behind him. Are we going to see them hit the tarmac and explode and try and distance the rest of the field just as they did at round 1?
I think Avendetto, when he looks behind him, looks like maybe they've got back on.
So maybe, just maybe. No, they're sitting up, taking a gel and some water, and the group has got back on, so...
I think they missed such an opportunity there. I think they're maybe not aware of the damage, but Blevins stretched his back.
They've all got back on now. Is Ollie right, Henrik? Do you think that was a mistake? Do you think that was the opportunity?
There was a huge mistake from my point of view.
Badari, though, rolls through to lead them on the last lap.
Easy for us to look at from a commentary booth, but... Well, but now that's
not done yet.
Colombo's back in the race again. They had the right guys in the right position. The split was there.
But
look at Badari attacking up this climb. It's still looking pretty good out front for Specialized.
I think they might get away with it.
They definitely have the strength in numbers. Fastest lap 4 though. Luke Moyer with an 8:06.8. Look at the second fastest. Boischi 8:16. 10 seconds faster for Moyer on that lap.
Simon Avendetto in 3rd position. The Villa Vittorio rider doing a great ride so far.
He's kind of flying the ointment at the minute,
Just got to keep fighting to hold position and not let everyone get away.
The men in red can't shift him to get themselves shuffled into the top four. Boashi, though, doing an absolutely fantastic turn at the front here. While Blevins back at the front past Vidari. Koretsky comes with him, or does he? No, Vidari up the right-hand side. Schwarzbart still hanging in there. Avendetto swings out to the rider's right-hand side, try and make his presence felt a bit more at the front of this one. Meanwhile, it's Specialized. 1, 2, and 3. Lap 6 out of 10, and Christopher Blevins leads the way, but this is starting to get stretched out now at the front of the second round of the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup here in Araxá, Brazil.
Again, it's Avendetto best of the rest going with them.
What a ride from Avendetto.
Yeah.
Christopher Blevins, winner of the short track yesterday, leading the way. There's Vidari, millimetres off the back of the leader's bike.
And there's a real gap there now.
Well, we are hearing that, yeah, Boashi was sick somewhere on the bike, so maybe just a bit too hot for him as Vidari rolls through. This seems to be the same point every lap where Specialized change leader. Now, so let's see what it is as they cross the line.
But I think now they need to drive it.
I can tell you Boashi's down in 10, 13 seconds back, so that might be all she wrote for him, but here we go. Gel going in for Vidari. As he takes that, Blevins rolls back through. Avendetto, though, still looking good, you know.
Yeah. Keep pushing on.
Boashi, though. Boashi's got the email late in the day, needs to get across there. But is he going to bring the rest of the herd with him?
Just like a road race, you can't take the other guys with you. I mean, it's nuts for seeing road tactics in an XC race. You know, if he makes an attack like he did the right thing, he went long. But once you see you've dragging him, he's got to stop riding now.
It's early days, I know,
yeah.
but are we going to see Avendetto do what Paulus did to Visma the other day?
But if Adrian Boashi wants to get across, he needs to do it on the climb and not take the other riders with him. He doesn't want to pull those guys back to the front. They're in a good situation at the moment.
I would love to hear if there's any Specialized team staff roaring across to Boashi.
I think I heard Mike Postamus' roar from here.
Yeah. Avendetto attacks now. Specialized, are they overthinking this? Is it all going wrong? Avendetto to the front, up the climb now.
So that's a way to just help people, and there's a gap now.
He's put Koretsky.
Where's Koretsky?
Yeah.
Where is Victor Koretsky in this picture all of a sudden? So Avendetto's decided this group getting back on is a good chance for him to go and attack, and it looks like it's distanced the UCI World Cup overall leader, Victor Koretsky.
There is a gap.
Yeah. There he is. So the gap to Koretsky's growing now.
What an attack from Avendetto.
By our count, about 6 seconds or so. So it's all kicking off here in lap 7 out of 10.
Koretsky trying to get back on terms. Boashi never quite closed that gap to that front group.
But this one, absolutely fascinating. We're Specialized, maybe, just maybe trying to focus on perfection. And have they opened the door to Avendetto here?
Wow, it was 4 against 1, 4 against 2, and then 3 against 1, and now it's down to 2 against 1. So
if the odds aren't in your favor, you may as well attack and see what they're made of. It's exactly what the Italian did.
Yeah, fair play to the special guys. Despite the criticism we were giving them, they are back to 4 in the front 5.
Puntner and Moyer have skipped that Tech V zone in order to get back onto this group, and they are coming at some speed onto the back of it now. Puntner, we may have to get the catch netting out to get him slowed down at the end of this race. Can't stop setting fastest laps. There he is to the front now, Puntner. Just when we thought we'd had our belly full of drama here in Araxá, Puntner's taking the front of this race, and that's going to have to force a reaction from the Specialized team. Luke Moyer's still in there, the South African privateer in the green jersey. Fabio Puntner. Here we go, watch this next shot. We'll see Puntner, how he got back, well, how he got to the front. Moyer
At the front?
at the front now.
Luke Moyer attacking
Luke
on the descent.
Moyer.
And he's been looking technically really strong.
See Blevins just nearly losing the front end of that epic 8 through that route section. Luke Moyer decided we haven't had enough drama in this race yet, and we need a privateer at the front of it.
Still pressing on.
Yeah, there's that Putner again, not going into the tech feed zone, pressing on, getting the... There it is, Putner's gone off the front of this.
What a move!
Fabio Putner, like
through the feed.
Like he's been shot off the deck of an aircraft carrier, disappearing up the road now, takes them all by surprise. Enric Avancini up out of his chair with that move, the audacity of the man.
Go on, lad.
This is hard to keep up with Fabio Putner.
It's Vidari taking it on Koretsky, but we saw Koretsky a couple of laps ago swinging a bit, so I don't think he's feeling fantastic. He's putting up a good fight, he's holding a gap and he's pulling Vidari away.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if he can hold that gap to Vidari on this descent, because we know Vidari is absolutely electric on the descents.
But Punter's got the fastest lap of the race.
Punter splitting Vidari away. Vidari's gone past him! Vidari!
Sideways.
Crisis management just about hangs on to it. Has got past Punter. We saw Vidari play the game so expertly for Specialized Factory Racing last week. Is he going to do it today? Or is he going to go, do you know what? I fancy winning my first UCI Elite Level Cross Country World Cup. Here he is through the routes. Vidari, Blevins, Boischi, Avendetno, Putner. Your top 5 covered by 5 seconds now. They're all back together again. This is one of the most enthralling UCI Cross Country World Cup races I think we've ever been treated to. It just keeps getting better and better, this sport. This is all to play for. Jordan Saru ahead of his compatriot. There's Boischi towards the front now. Adrian Boischi has rejoined them in 3rd place. And now we have Specialized Factory Racing in the front 3 berths of this one. Avendetto's in 4th.
Is Punter going to miss the feed again and do another attack?
If Punter slingshots off the corner again. Tell you the top 10 again.
He's going again.
He's going again. He's going again. Punter's going again. Is he going to rock it back to the front of this one? Fabio Punter is. Fabio Punter refuses to give up and let Specialized Factory Racing have this all their own way. And they're going to have to chase him again on the last lap. For the first time in his career, Fabio Punter leads a UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup race. The Brazilian fans are loving the underdog story. Huge respect. Wow, for that man.
5 seconds again.
5 seconds. And Saru now. Jordan Saru up into 2nd place as they head across the bridge, of course. Fastest lap of lap 9, and the pack are chasing down Fabio Punter here, who stays seated. The rest of them are out in the saddle to bring him back in.
Minutes, Adrian Boischi, who looked like he was swinging a little bit. Swinging. This is how fatigued I am.
We could do with swimming, actually. Cool down a bit, yeah, it was beautiful, but it's not lasted long. Punter gets shuffled back in the pack now, and it's Blevins, and it's Vidari, and it's Boischi, and it's Koretsky at the front of this now. Lap 10 out of 10 on this climb. Is this where the attack's going to come from? How are they going to manage this Specialized now?
Koretsky just blowing a little bit. Avendetto coming round him.
You can see the blue plates off the overall team's leaders doing the damage out front. Avendetto is the rider taking it on. And here it is. Boischi leads them. Blevins, Vidari.
1, 2, 3. Where's Avendetto?
Avendetto. There he comes. Vidari now getting distance. Boischi. Koretsky apparently has blown 17 seconds now back to him in 7th. Boischi, though, leads the way. Adrian Boischi has exploded off the front of this race, explodes off that jump into the descent for the last time.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. But it's these little corners now, which is where a mistake can happen. This is going to be a bit of a bobble through here.
Christopher Blevins is well used to racing Victor Koretsky. Is Boischi going to open his Elite Wins account here today in Araxá? He's got Christopher Blevins to deal with. Blevins in 2nd spot. It's about a bike and a half now as they head down towards the lake for the last time.
Avendetto 6 seconds behind. Be chasing hard, but it's Boischi, Blevins, Vidari.
Luke Moyer's still up in 5th place, the privateer. But here they go, Specialized, going bar to bar, around the lake for the last time on the last lap of round 2 of the UCI World Cup. Christopher Blevins has closed that gap down to Adrian Boischi now. Vidari, if it is a slow puncture, he's bringing it back together. It looks like the bike's moving up and down on the back axle slightly too much, but Boischi, is he letting a bit of air into those lungs before the final sprint, or has Chris Blevins got this one covered off? Is Chris Blevins about to win the double? Is he about to do the short track and the cross-country Olympic? You can't take your eyes off this one. You cannot take your eyes off Adrian Boischi versus Chris Blevins as they head towards the line here in Araxá. It's gonna be Chris Blevins doing the double at round 2. Behind him, Vidari gets 2nd place. Adrian Boischi can't believe it. Mugged with a quarter to go by his teammate. Specialized 1, 2, 3, just as they were last weekend. It's just different riders. Avondale across the line in 4th. Behind him, Luke Moyer, the South African, checks out in 5th place. There was no stopping the American. Used every inch of the track and every ounce of his own racecraft to get the job done today. Blevins, superb performance, had to deal with a lot of curveballs throughout it.
Curta esse vídeo, se inscreva no canal e compartilhe esse vídeo com os seus amigos. Isso nos ajuda a continuar produzindo vídeos do mundo das bikes. Até o próximo vídeo.